What is good, my fellow dads? Oh boy, this entire competition as a dad, especially a dad who's been an athlete his entire life, is defeating the provider paradox. So that's what we're going to be going into and diving into during this video and see why you can win at providing and still lose them. The ones you care most about and why you're in this position in the first place. So you guys see it. The harder I grind, the better father I am. I know every single one of us has told ourselves this lie. The harder I grind, the better father I am. I believed this too for years. Instantly, first daughter came, and I already knew the deal. Grinding for the league from basically age 12 to 22, 23, 24. I had this lifestyle painted out in my brain, right? That I knew the league was going to promise the type of lifestyle that I wanted for my family, I wanted for my babies, I wanted for my children. Not the fancy limelight lifestyle or the fancy wow from fans or public. Solely the lifestyle that I believed my family deserved. The only difference when my daughter came, my first one, was the league. The dream of the league was gone. But as a competitor, as an athlete, as a top notch, going hard, didn't know anything else but the aim to fire at the game competitor in me knew the harder I grind, just like we say for whatever sport we love, the better I'm going to be. And that's what came of me saying this to myself. I just knew the moment that I seen my daughter that I had to grind. Rather I was in the league was still attainable, reachable or not. Because I knew that I still wanted a lifestyle for her, for my lady. But I didn't realize that I was still striving for the type of lifestyle that the league promised me without it. So I believed this for years. For years. But then you're winning at providing. Right? The scoreboard. That's what we're all used to. We're used to a scoreboard. We're used to striving for something. We're to be able to showcase our skills to get us that W, to get us that win. Providing is the scoreboard that we're now focused on. After you have your first kid, or even be aware of having your first kid, let alone holding your first little one and locking eyes with your first little one. That's the scoreboard. That's the scoreboard that we're keeping. Providing. And we're winning it. As long as you are afloat, as long as your kids and your family has everything that they absolutely need, and then some a little bit more to enjoy each other, we're winning. the house, the bills, the life we promised them, or at least the life that we now promise them. Because building this up for us dads, especially the ex-athlete dads, building out this program for us, I didn't realize until I was deep into building this program for us that I'm still striving again for that lifestyle for years, day in, day out, day in, day out, that I grinded for, that the league promised. I'm still grinding for that lifestyle for my family, for my babies, without the dream or the target or the aim and the fire towards the league. But I still made a promise. I made a promise to myself, and I made a promise to myself at that time for my future children. Only difference is they're here now, growing. And it's the life that we promised them. Then there's presence. This is the second column. We've never even started keeping score on. Presence. And a hard truth is you can win at providing and still lose them, or lose the years, the memories, the time that you get with them. And we can't get that back, and yet we don't even slow down life enough because we have too much competitive edge to even realize what we're competing for. Is it providing? It's the presence within the providing. And that's why I say you can lose them. You can win at providing and still lose them. Our fire, that fire in us that ignites once it's game time, game night, fight night, meet time. That fire didn't die when the game ended. It grabbed the nearest target, which was, I have to provide for my family. I have to provide for my kids. That's what we're competed in now. Rather you have your own business, rather you're a boss, rather you are a CEO, rather you are a manager, rather you are a small business owner, rather you're building up your own brand. That's what we're competing for. We're competing to provide, to be able to provide. But that's not neglect. Excuse me. That's love aimed wrong. That's love aimed wrong. We had the love for the game. We had the love for the game. And we were aiming that love at being the best, most successful player at that game that we loved, to the point where we were so present in that. Oh, ese flow, ese flow. Coaches get in the flow mode. Coaches didn't get in the flow. I love when I get like this. Ese flow, I'm getting in that flow state. Y'all understand that? So why don't we target that same thing inside our household? We get a window. Most of us, okay? I'm talking about most of us. I know some of us, our schedules could be a little bit different, but the majority of us, when we walk through that door, 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. You see it? The 60 to 90 minutes that decide everything. The W or the L for the day. The momentum shift. This window right here is the entire game. You walk in that door and you've got 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime, before possible dinner, bath, bedtime routine, cleanup, when you're running on empty. That window that we have right there, that window defaults to the couch and the phone, the remote, the controller, the television, the other computer. Not work computer. Sometimes work computer. Some of us, or some of you, couch and the beer. That's where they lose you. No, 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 no. That's where you lose them. You are gone all day competing, subconsciously, unconsciously, possibly, but gone all day. And then that window, once you get home, you usually want to take a chill pill. You're a Bobby, you're a dad. You can't take a chill pill. You these little beans, when you walk through that door, these are your fans that actually love you, whether you do bad or good. Ese flow. Coach is getting in the flow mode. Do we understand that? This is why willpower fails in that window. It's not. I hate the willpower. You can't decide to be present on an empty tank. Hear me and hear me clearly. You can't decide to be present on an empty tank. How many times have you missed an open field tackle, a pass, a shot, whatever you strive for during your game, on a game winning drive play, because you were tired, you didn't have any energy left? Presence runs on capacity you built earlier in the day. I need y'all to understand that. That's why the 4 a.m. club is the dad hours. In order for this window here to be successful, to be able to provide like a champion, that'll be there like 1-2. That's the whole job. That is our job. That is what we're competing for. That is what we are competitors of now. And that has to click. And we have to realize each of these things. I mean, I can, from the aspect of, or the thought process of, the harder I grind, the better father I am. When they just want us. When they just want us. They want us, our attention, our undivided attention, our presence, our love, our laughter. Us being playful. My girls love Tickle Monster. Us yelling Tickle Monster. We have to beat the provider paradox. We win at providing. We're winning at providing. But where we will actually win the entire game, the whole reason why we're providing, is when we win at presence. In this window, for most of us. Remember, most of us. Now, whatever window that is for you, dad, Bobby, whatever, you know that window. So let's not act like, oh, he's not talking to me, because this is not my window. You're going to tell me your kids don't go to sleep at this time or before this time, or maybe even a little bit later than this time. This is your window. So we have to provide like a champion. That we have to be there like one too. And that comes with a lot more things. But I'm going to leave it right there. And if you haven't checked out my other video of how I compete before my girls even wake, check that video out. And let's continue to build and build on top of our foundation of discipline, integrity, playful presence. Right? We have to be all four. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We have to be providing, protecting, playful, present boppies. And we do that by the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Check that video out. Until next time. Y'all know the deal. Blessings always. Coach Ray.